Welcome all. Today we have another juicy episode of interviewing main characters from books. Today we would like to welcome Thomas from The Death Cure.
Hey, thank you all for coming to this event. I'm very pleased to be here. How about you, sir?
I'm very fine, Mr. Thomas. You can call me Mr. Sir, Doctor, Professor, Sergeant, Astronaut, Host.
Pleased to meet you, sir, doctor, Mr. Host. What are we going to be talking about today?
First, you can address me as Sir, Mr. Doctor, Professor, Sergeant, Astronaut, Host. And second, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you about when you saved the human race.
Well, let's go on with it then.
Okay. First, give us some background on some trials that you had to go through.
Alright, well first I was sent into a maze, and the worst part was that I lost my memory.
Oh dear.
Yes, it was very demoralizing. However, I managed to pull through. In the maze, there were many disturbing monsters. My team and I, after many weeks of pulling through, finally reached the end. We were finished, but we were presented with another challenge. We had to survive what was then a deserted part of Earth. It was called the Scorch. And this place had then the worst effects, the flare.
Ooh, exciting. Wasn't the flare the deadly disease?
Yes, sir, it was.
If I remember correctly, it went inside your brain and drove you mad until you turned into a somewhat zombie-like state.
That's right. We called those people cranks. I was immune because I was immune to the disease.
Wasn't the immunity genetic?
Well, if it weren't, how would we all be alive today?
So I think we would all like to know how you salvaged a portion of the human race so that we were able to reproduce and effectively eliminate the cranks, as you called them.
Well, it's a very long story, but I think I might be able to fit this in today. After the Scorch Trials, as they were later to be called, I was taken back to the base of Wicked. In case you don't know, Wicked had conducted these trials and was using them to try to create a cure to save us from the flare. And they hoped to do it by studying the brain patterns of these muties.
Wow, I don't think any of us knew that. Did you approve of Wicked's methods?
Oh, no way did I approve their methods. Using people as test subjects is wrong. And that's why I joined up with the Right Hand.
The Right Hand? The gang of criminals?
It just seemed like they had good intentions. They seemed to want to use Wicked's equipment for better uses. However, you can't judge a book by its cover. They ended up attempting to destroy Wicked's base. And all their equipment, too. And they did it while we were inside. We ended up just getting the immunes that Wicked were using out of there, and used a letter from the Chancellor of Wicked to escape. We were cut off from the rest of the world, and therefore were safe. Turned out that some of Wicked was good after all.
So that's the end, huh? What a story. What an adventure. Let's all give it up for Tom, savior of the world.
Yeah, go me.
No, you suck.